Granger was an Australian-born composer, concert pianist, and champion of the saxophone and concert band. Granger was an innovative musician who anticipated many forms of the 20th century music well before they became established by other composers. He often composed works which were then arranged for other ensembles or mediums. Australian Upcountry Tune is one such piece, having originally been written for unaccompanied chorus using wordless syllables. This choral version was first sung at Granger's wedding in 1928, and while it is considered a love song to his wife, it also wishes to embody a sense of Australianness in this tune.
Of people. First of all, I'd like to thank the band directors. Now, band directors, you might know, are people who work incredibly hard and tirelessly and almost always, perhaps always, go above and beyond what is asked of them so that they can provide the best possible opportunities for their students. And I think it is a testament that so many of these fine educators felt it was important to support an event such as this and send so many students. But of course, all the wonderful music you hear on the stage, these fine folks are wonderful musicians because of all the work that these band directors do on a daily basis. So I'd like to ask the band directors who are here tonight to stand and be acknowledged so we can thank you for all your hard work. Secondly, I'd like to thank you, parents, friends, relatives of these wonderful musicians, because you are supporting them by being here today, by allowing them to participate in this event. And I think that goes a long way to say, to show that we value the arts and we value music. And I think there's nothing more important than that in helping develop these skills in our young folks. So thank you to you for being here and for supporting that. And lastly, I want to thank all the musicians on the stage tonight. They have worked so hard today. We met for the first time this morning. Many of us had never met before, and we worked on this music all day. It was a long day. This took a lot of hard work, and I have to tell you, they were so amazing to work with. Great people, great musicians, just such a pleasure for me. It makes my job so much easier when I have such incredible folks to work with. So I would like to give them a round of applause for their music making and everything they've done today.
And now for our final piece. About the last piece on our program, the composer writes, quote, "Melodious Funk was inspired by the famous jazz pianist Melodious Monk. Monk's wife, Nellie Smith, nicknamed him Melodious Funk because of his clanky, awkward, and brilliant piano playing and his somewhat scatterbrained and disoriented nature. I really like the idea of playing around with Monk's name. First, because I personally really enjoy goofing around with spoonerisms. Silly, ridiculous, mix and match letter names, which often happen by accident. For example, slip of the tongue becomes tip of the slum. And second, because this nickname actually provided a great musical inspiration, melodious, well, that's fairly obvious, and funk, which is a great onomatopoeia, became the starting points for the piece. Big, fat thunks are interspersed with pointy, clanky, bluey clips, which are then transformed into a long, smooth, laid-back, melodious accompaniment by a funky bass line. I haven't consciously borrowed any specific tunes or licks from Monk, although I do use a small fragment of Dizzy Giuseppe's tune Salt Peanuts. But I hope you'll hear some of the similarities between the piece and Monk's iconic musical style and quirky attitude." End quote. With this last musical offering, we sincerely hope you have enjoyed the 28th Annual Instrumental Music Festival tonight, and we thank you for joining us. Have a pleasant evening.